In the great Ashanti kingdom, where golden palaces stood tall and the drums of tradition echoed through the land, there lived a warrior named Kwabena and a princess named Abena. Their love was as strong as the Harmattan wind, yet as forbidden as the rising of the sun at night. Abena was the beloved daughter of Nana Kofi, the mighty king, and she was promised in marriage to Chief Badu, a man of great wealth and influence. But her heart did not belong to him. It belonged to Kwabena, a brave but low-born warrior whose only riches were the strength of his arms and the love in his soul. Under the shade of the ancient baobab tree, far from the eyes of the palace guards, they met in secret. "I will not marry him," Abena whispered, her golden beads glinting in the moonlight. "I would rather be banished than live without you." Kwabena held her hands, rough from wielding a sword, yet gentle as the evening breeze. "Then we must run, my love, before the wedding, before it is too late." And so they made a plan to escape under the cover of darkness. But not all who served in the palace wished them well. Efia, a cunning servant with greedy eyes, had long desired the riches of Chief Badu. When she overheard the lovers' plan, she crept into the king's chambers and whispered, "Your daughter plots to bring shame to your name." The next evening, as Kwabena and Abena prepared to flee, the sound of war horns shattered the silence. From the shadows, warriors emerged, their spears glinting under the moon. "Kwabena, son of no noble blood, you dare steal the king's daughter?" the lead warrior roared. Kwabena reached for his sword, but Abena placed a trembling hand on his chest. "No more bloodshed," she pleaded. The warriors seized him, binding his hands in thick rope. Abena screamed, but her father's voice thundered through the air. "You have dishonored this house, my daughter, and this man, this commoner, will pay the price." The village square was filled with murmurs as Kwabena stood before the king, his fate resting on the words of a man whose heart had turned to stone. "By the laws of our ancestors," Nana Kofi declared, "this warrior must die for his crime." "No!" Abena stepped forward, her voice breaking. "Father, I love him. Please, spare his life." Chief Badu, watching from the side, smirked. "There is another way, my king," he said. "She may yet save him." Nana Kofi turned to his daughter. "If you marry Chief Badu, I will spare this warrior's life, but he must be banished. You will never see him again." A hush fell over the crowd. Kwabena, though bound, lifted his head. "Do not do this, Abena. I would rather die than live knowing you suffer." Tears streamed down her face. If she chose Kwabena, he would die. If she obeyed her father, she would lose him forever. She turned to her father, her voice barely a whisper. "I will do as you ask." The wedding was grand, a spectacle of gold and music, but there was no joy in Abena's heart. As she sat beside Chief Badu, her soul felt as heavy as the crown on her head. Far beyond the palace walls, in the quiet of the forest, Kwabena walked alone, an exile in the land he once called home. And so, the price of their love was paid, not in death, but in separation, a pain that neither time nor power could ever heal. For some loves are written in the stars, but never in the sands of time.